Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about something incredibly personal and powerful, something that has the ability to completely reshape our lives from the inside out. We're going to dive deep into the topic of prayer. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Prayer can seem like a daunting concept, maybe something reserved for a specific time or place, or perhaps you've tried it and felt like you were just talking to the ceiling. I've been there. But what if I told you that prayer is so much more than just reciting words or asking for things? What if it's the most direct line we have to the heart of God, a divine conversation designed to draw us closer to Him and transform us in the process? Let's start by demystifying it. At its core, prayer is simply communication with God. Think about your closest relationships. They're not built on one-sided monologues, are they? They thrive on conversation, on sharing your heart, your joys, your fears, and on listening to the other person. It's the same with God. He's not a distant cosmic entity. He's a loving Father who yearns to have a relationship with you. Prayer is our invitation to step into that relationship, to open our hearts and say, "Here I am. I want to know you more." One of the first and most beautiful things that happens when we start to pray consistently is that our perspective shifts. Life throws a lot at us, doesn't it? Worries about the future, the weight of past mistakes, the anxieties of today. It's easy to get lost in the storm. But when we bring these things to God in prayer, we're not just venting. We're handing them over to the one who is bigger than our problems. The Apostle Paul tells us in Philippians, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." And what's the result? The peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds. This isn't a magic trick where our problems vanish. Instead, prayer changes our focus. It lifts our eyes from the waves crashing around us and fixes them on the one who can calm the storm. We begin to see our circumstances not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities to see God's faithfulness and strength at work. It's like recalibrating our internal compass to point towards Him, our true north. But prayer doesn't just change how we see our problems. It changes us. This is the heart of transformation. As we spend time in God's presence, something amazing happens. His character starts to rub off on us. Imagine sitting in a room filled with the scent of fresh baked bread. The longer you stay, the more that scent clings to you. It's similar with prayer. The more time we spend in conversation with God, the more His attributes, His love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control begin to permeate our own hearts. This is what it means to be transformed. It's a gradual process. Our selfish desires begin to fade, replaced by a desire to love and serve others. Our impatience gives way to a newfound patience, rooted in trusting God's timing. Our anger and bitterness start to soften, replaced by a capacity for forgiveness that we didn't know we had. Why? Because we're connecting to the source of all these things. We're aligning our hearts with His. This leads to one of the most crucial aspects of prayer, aligning our will with God's will. Often we approach prayer like a celestial vending machine. We put in a prayer for a new job, a relationship, or a specific outcome, and we expect God to dispense our request. But mature prayer is less about bending God's will to match ours, and more about bending our will to align with His. Jesus Himself modeled this perfectly in the Garden of Gethsemane. Facing immense suffering, He prayed, "Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me. Yet not my will, but yours be done." This is one of the most powerful prayers ever uttered. It's a prayer of absolute trust and surrender. It says, "God, I have my own desires and fears, but ultimately I trust your plan more than my own. I want what you want for my life, because I know your way is best." When we start to pray this way, it's liberating. We're freed from the pressure of having to figure everything out on our own. We can rest in the knowledge that a sovereign, loving God is guiding our steps. Our prayers shift from, "God, give me this," to, "God, show me your way. How can I be a part of what you are doing in the world? Use me for your glory." This is where true purpose and fulfillment are found. So how do we begin? It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need fancy words or a specific posture. Just start. Find a quiet moment in your day, maybe on your morning commute, during a walk, or before you go to sleep. Start by simply being still and acknowledging God's presence. You can use a simple model like a CTS to guide you. A 4 adoration. Start by praising God for who He is, His power, His love, His faithfulness. C for confession. Be honest with Him about where you've fallen short and receive His forgiveness. T for thanksgiving. Thank Him for the blessings in your life, big and small. This practice cultivates a grateful heart. And finally, S for supplication. This is where you bring your needs and the needs of others to Him. Remember, it's a conversation. That means it's also important to listen. After you've shared your heart, take some time to be quiet. Let God speak to you through His Word, the Bible, through the gentle nudge of the Holy Spirit, or through the peace that settles in your heart. Building a habit of prayer is like building any other relationship. It takes time and intentionality. There will be days when you feel incredibly connected, and other days when it feels like a struggle. That's okay. The key is to keep showing up. Just as you wouldn't give up on a dear friend after one awkward conversation, don't give up on prayer. God is always there, waiting with open arms, eager to connect with you. Prayer is our lifeline. It's how we draw near to God, how He transforms our hearts, and how we align our lives with His beautiful and perfect will. It's not a duty, but a privilege. It's an invitation to walk through life, hand in hand with the Creator of the universe. I encourage you this week to take that step. Find that quiet moment, open your heart, and just start talking to Him. You might be surprised by how He answers. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this time with me. If this message resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you'd like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Let me know in the comments how prayer has impacted your own life. I'd love to hear your story. Until next time, take care and God bless.